gonna win somehow. So give up on the battle, baby. It's hard, I know.
What is up, my friends? We are getting ready to do a lot of meal prep here, and I know that meal prep has gotten such a bad rap among the flexible dieters because it seems bro and old school, but I kind of take beef with people crediting bodybuilders for meal prep. I'm pretty sure it was created by the 8 to 5ers, and obviously that's my biased opinion because when you think about it, who needs to meal prep? The people that work all day, come home, and they don't necessarily want to come home and make food for the next day after they just worked all day and probably don't want to spend a bunch of money eating out every single day. So I'm going to take full credit for that. And I know you don't have to do this, guys, but I know that this upcoming week is going to be extremely busy, so I'm not going to be just coming straight home after work. And the last thing I want to do is get home at 8 or 9 at night and try to make food for the next day. So this is just going to be easier for me, and that is what I'm going to suggest. Do whatever fits in your life schedule. So there'll be some weeks where I'll just make, the food the night before because I know I'm coming home straight after work, and I'll just make it while I'm making dinner for the night. So no big deal. But weeks like this, it's going to be a little bit different. So I'll just have everything ready to go, and we'll be all planned out. So whatever you guys prefer, that's what it's all about, guys. It's your world. I'm just living in it. So for lunch, at least for 3 days of lunch, because I know I'm going out to lunch at least once with some coworkers, and the other day I'm going to be running out on errands. So I'll show you what I have for that day, but for the other 3 days, what I'm going to do is make one of my favorite mixtures, and it's very simple, but it's so flavorful because of the juices from the baked beans, and that's kind of the key. So I'm only going to use 1 serving of each, the baked beans, black beans, corn, and then I just picked up a bunch of chicken, and I'm just going to divide it in 3. So it's going to end up being about 8 ounces of chicken. And I guess I should mention for canned food, 2 things here. I always get the no salt or the reduced sodium, and not because I'm a hippie and I think salt's bad, but when you have 3 different foods coming from a can, it is going to be higher in sodium, and I just don't think it's necessary to get all of that salt in one single meal, especially, later on in the day you're going to be eating salt as well. So just keep that in mind. It's really personal preference. But another thing about canned food is it always says, at least this size can is usually 3.5 servings, but from my experience it usually ends up being 3 servings or a little bit less. So all I'm gonna do is divide each by 3 and have quote unquote 1 serving for each. So that just makes it easier for me because I don't feel like sitting around weighing every single thing. I'm sure some of you guys will feel that that's necessary, but I just get reasonably close, and that's fine for me. I'm just going to top all of that with some cheese, and that is going to be lunch for 3 days. And then breakfast, if you guys have been watching the channel, I pretty much eat oats every single day one way or another. So I'm going to make 2 different versions of overnight oats. One of them, thanks to you guys who told me that I should be picking up unsweetened applesauce to replace pumpkin because it's a little bit easier, a little bit cheaper. I appreciate that because all I'm going to do in one of these is add some applesauce, some Greek yogurt, and some banana nut protein powder, also some almond milk, and that is going to be one version of the overnight oats. The other is going to be like a chocolate version, which is really good. So all you have to do is add 1 packet of this diet Swiss Miss or any Swiss Miss or any hot chocolate mix that you would like, and then we're going to add 1 scoop of fudge brownie protein powder. Back here we have got some cocoa, some almond milk, and some Greek yogurt, and that will be the other version. And then for the 2 other days, I'm actually going to have like hot oatmeal. So all I'm going to do is add 1.5 servings of the Elite XT banana nut, and that is the best protein powder I found for oatmeal. It just, in my opinion, it tastes really good, but I could not just drink this stuff on by itself. It's just not that good alone. And then I am going to have something a little bit different on the day that I have to go out and run errands, because I know that I'm going to be stretching my hour lunch break, and I try to only take 50 minutes because I don't know, I just feel like 50 minutes, 10 minutes early. If you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. You guys know how that goes. So in an effort to use as little time as possible, I'm going to make something that's extremely easy to eat while driving. So all I'm going to do is make a little ham sandwich on one of these sausage rolls, and I'm going to pack just 2 servings of these Triscuit Thin Crisps. And I never would have purchased these, but if you guys have a Kroger around you, I'm telling you, you guys got to check out the website. Every Friday you can download a coupon to pick up something different for free, and it's just various what it might be throughout or did they just change it every week? So this week was these, and I'm like, well, you know, if it's free, you don't have to buy anything. It's literally, you scan the coupon, you get it for free. So there's a tip for you guys. Hopefully this was of some interest to you guys. Hopefully some of you guys could get some ideas. And like I mentioned, just do what fits in your life schedule, guys. I mean, this is not supposed to be hard. This is gonna take me, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes probably. We'll see. And the last suggestion I'm gonna have to you guys is make sure when you're doing this, you just pick a YouTube video to watch. Preferably do this at 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning, because my full day of eating video will be out. It'll be 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and you'll be done. And then you get to watch a video, because you should not be just sitting around watching YouTube videos. Always do something else. That's why I'm able to watch so many. There is my super secret. So I feel like I just talked for a really long time about this. Hopefully I didn't bore you guys. I'll talk to you soon. This is Josie's 10K challenge, and you guys have to watch this if you have not already. And Josie has one of my favorite channels because we share a very similar outlook on things in terms of just having a balanced life and not letting fitness take over. So that's why I really like her channel. And she's just a really happy person, which is, you know, pretty inspiring to me. I like happy people. So that is what I watched, and here is all the food, guys. So I got the overnight oats, I made 2 of the banana, 1 of the chocolate, then we got all the beans and chicken mixture up in there, then we got the hot oatmeal, or it will be hot at some point, and we got the meal for the road. So hopefully you guys like this. I know it was kind of long, so hopefully I didn't lose any of you, but that is going to be all the food for the week. So tonight we're going to be having the typical bro meal of chicken, green beans, and sweet potatoes, and hopefully none of you believe that. Alright guys, so since I made you suffer through that whole video of all workout footage when I did the test week, this is going to be all food. So you're welcome. I told you I'd make it up to you. Even though some of you are saying you enjoy the workout footage, which I really appreciate, because I don't want this to just be a food channel. Even though some people only come here for the food and you're very honest about it. So I appreciate it. But like I showed you, we are going to have some bro foods. And honestly, chicken, potatoes, and vegetables make up the majority of my days. But there's just so many different things that you could do with them, so your food doesn't have to suck, like I always tell you guys. And tonight we're going to be making some mashed sweet potatoes, and it's going to be a chocolate peanut butter flavor. So all we're going to do is boil up some potatoes in here, and I just diced them into little pieces so they will cook faster. And once that's all done, we're going to blend them up and add 1 serving of peanut butter and a packet of hot chocolate mix. And that right there is a great combination if you guys have never tried anything like it. And we are going to add something even cooler at the end, but if you want to stop here, I understand. But we're going to get a little bit crazy tonight. So now it's pretty easy. All you got to do is throw the potatoes in a bowl and mix them up. You can do it with a spoon or a fork or anything like that, but I asked myself, what would Rich Homie do? And Rich Homie would absolutely get the mixer out. So I'm going to do that, throw in some stevia, some cinnamon, and just a little bit of almond milk. You just play around with it, whatever consistency you want, and that's all you gotta do, guys. Mixed up pretty well. Now I'm just gonna throw the hot chocolate mix in there, mix it up a little bit more, might have to add a little bit more milk. I'm gonna put it in that bowl, and then we will do the rest from there. Okay, so it's pretty important you do this step while it's still hot. As you can see, I went ahead and added the peanut butter, and I also added 2 Reese cups. So all I really did was dug a little hole for it, so that way now I can bury it and it will all melt if you let it sit there for about 3 minutes, which is gonna be perfect because my chicken will be done and we will be ready to eat. So nothing too fancy over here. We just got the chicken and green beans, but I'm telling you guys, this is one of the best combinations that you can have for sweet potatoes. And obviously, I mean, I add Reese cups to it. How bad could it be, right? But even without those, just the peanut butter and the hot chocolate, still a great combination.
She's so into college parties, she's so into hanging out, she's so into being into, 'cause that's what...
Some of you guys might have thought those sweet potatoes were dessert. However, had to top off the night with something more, and I couldn't decide if I wanted pancakes or waffles. So what I did was I made a pancake stuffed waffle. So I took some of the pancake and some protein sludge and put it inside of the waffle, and then I have a side of pancake. I'm telling you guys, I'm getting better by the week. So now I can go to bed. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. I would really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you guys next time.
and I will absolutely be making that again.